Most East Bay families are making a $200,000 mistake when it comes to choosing where they live. They focus on house size and price per square foot, but actually miss what's important and makes families truly feel connected. So today I'm showing you 5 East Bay neighborhoods where families are absolutely thriving. But these aren't your obvious choices, and spoiler, number 4 used to be completely overlooked. By the end, you'll know where to find top-rated schools, strongest community, and what's the best investment for your family. Let's dive in. All right, so let's start with what a lot of people say is the best area for families in Livermore. South Livermore has about 2,400 homes and about 7,700 people living there. The whole place feels calm and friendly family, and families who like a high-end lifestyle seem to be very drawn to this area. And you can tell just by driving through. The streets are tree-lined and the homes are big and well taken care of. It's kind of a place where parents want their kids to grow up and are surrounded by all the good things. So why is this an area that's great for families with kids? Well, South Livermore is part of the Livermore Unified Joint School District, which ranked 112 out of 780 school districts in California and was given an overall rating of an A-. And here's the thing that's really cool. The district lets you choose what schools your kids go through the intra-district transfer program as long as there's room. That's not an option that you can get in most cities. And if you're a parent who works, living in this part of town makes it a lot easier. It's centrally located close to Highway 580, which connects people to the Silicon Valley, San Francisco, or Oakland metro areas. And on weekends, you're near wineries and parks, so there's plenty to do with the family. Once people realize that you can have both a fancy home and a convenient location, it's easy to see why people want to live here. And later, we'll look into another neighborhood called Springtown just to compare prices and know that this neighborhood comes with a lot of perks that make family life easier. More on that later. Now in South Livermore, you'll find big green areas passed for walking with the family in the evenings, and neighbors truly just want to get to know one another. Now let's talk about the money side of things. The average price for a home in South Livermore is about $1.9 million, which is 98% higher than all of the cities in the US. But what you get for that price is a big home with a lot of space. Most of the homes are 4 to 5 bedrooms and sit on larger lots than any other neighborhood in the area. Also, another fun fact, barely any of the homes are empty. Only 1.8% of homes in South Livermore are vacant. That tells you that families who move there usually stay. They like the neighborhood, so they stay, and this makes the neighborhood strong and stable, which is something that families look for in the areas they live. So in conclusion, South Livermore gives a luxury lifestyle, top-rated schools, beautiful homes, and a community that helps kids grow up well. But maybe you're into neighborhoods that have more of an old school charm, kind of like the ones you used to see in movies. We have plenty of those coming up too. But before we move on, let me ask you something. If you're enjoying these videos and you want to know more about different neighborhoods in Livermore and what's the best for you, don't forget to follow along and hit the subscribe button below. If you like the idea of classic ranch-style homes with shady tree-lined streets that kids can ride their bikes through, Sunset West just might be the perfect area for you. The neighborhood has that classic American suburban vibe, and most of the homes were built between 1958 and 1969, and you can definitely see the character as you drive through. Sunset West is located in West Livermore. It's close to downtown, but far enough away that it still has that quiet feel. Families love it because it's peaceful and comfortable and has just the right amount of that old school charm mixed with what modern families need. And in the center of it, you'll find Max Bear Park, an 11.8 acre park where families love to gather and hang out. Do you want to know what's cool? The park was named after Max Bear, the world heavyweight champion from 1934 to 1935 who lived in Livermore. And now it's home to the Livermore Little League, where your kids can play baseball, make friends, and learn how to be on a team. The park also has a dog area and a big area for people to hang out, so this makes it the perfect choice for first-time home buyers who want to be able to walk to everything. And the big difference between Sunset West and South Livermore is while South Livermore has all the fancy extras, Sunset West is about simple, everyday living, just what families are looking for. Speaking of things that make life easier, Sunset Elementary School consistently outperforms district and state averages with 72.78% proficiency in English language arts and 68.9% in mathematics. But if you think that's awesome, there's another neighborhood with hiking trails right outside your front door. More on that later. Now, the kids in Sunset West also go to schools that are part of the Livermore Joint Unified School District. Parents love that their kids can walk or ride their bikes to school and get top-rated education here. And as for the houses, most of them are ranch style, ranging anywhere from 1,200 to 2,000 square feet. And the lot sizes are generous too. Most of them range from about 6,000 to 7,000 square feet, which is a great size for kids to run around and play, plant a garden, or just enjoy summer evenings in the backyard. And prices in the area usually range from about 1.1 to 1.4 million. It's a great deal if you want a cozy classic house in a nice area. And some of the homes in the Granada Woods section of Sunset East have been fully renovated. They're a bit larger and also have pools in the back, and those homes tend to go for a little bit higher price point at about 1.5 to 1.7 million. And families seem to love these homes over in that section because they get the feel of luxury but still get the perks of living in a one-story home. The bottom line is that Sunset West gives families that perfect blend of old school charm and modern comfort. And if you want your kids to grow up with Little League games right in their neighborhood, this might be the perfect spot for you. It really feels like the perfect place for families that want a strong community vibe. But what if you want all of Sunset West charm, but even more space for your family to grow? Well, that's our next neighborhood, Sunset East. Sunset East was built in 1968 through 1973 through the Sunset East development. And it has a cool, almost mid-century type style mixed with modern amenities. And over the years, this community has grown into a great spot for raising families. Families generally move here because they feel that top-rated schools lead to a bright family future. You'll find lots of families here who volunteer at the kids' school, attend neighborhood get-togethers, and create the kind of friendships that really help shape the future of a child's life. Plus, Sunset East shares the same school as Sunset West, which is Sunset Elementary, one of the most highly desirable schools in all of Livermore. But there's another neighborhood called Jensen Tract where you can also get top-rated schools for half the price, but we'll get to that later. Back to Sunset East. Now, you want to know what's extra nice for families in Sunset East? No HOA fees. This means that parents don't have to pay that extra money every month, and they can use that for family activities, different sports activities, learning activities, or whatever else your family desires. And the homes in Sunset East range from 3 to 5 bedrooms, around 1,200 to 2,200 square feet. So whether your family is just starting out or getting bigger, there's probably something here that fits your family needs. And yards are a really big deal here too. Most homes sit on 7,000 to 10,000 square foot lots. That's plenty of space for kids to play, do school projects outside, or just enjoy being in their backyard with their family in the evenings. And the median home price is about 1.3 to 1.4 million in this neighborhood, and it just shows how much people value living in a great community near top-rated schools. Now, the walkability score here is only a 40 out of 100, so that means that families living in Sunset East typically do drive wherever they need to go. So if you want your kids to live in a neighborhood that feels like a great community, Sunset East really is a great choice. And remember, no HOA fees means more room in your budget for family activities. But if you want the same qualities of schools without the higher price, well, that's what we're about to jump into next in Springtown. All right, so Springtown is located in North Livermore and is actually made up of a bunch of little neighborhoods. So there's a lot of choices here depending on your family's needs. And families here are very smart with their money. They know how to make a smart choice on a more affordable home without giving up what matters most, which is top-rated schools. It's also a super dog-friendly neighborhood with tons of trails and dog parks throughout, which makes it great for families where neighbors actually walk around and talk to each other and get to know one another. And when it comes to education, Altamont Creek Elementary School has ranked 736 out of 5,862 California elementary schools with a 4-star rating. And after that, kids usually go to Christensen Middle School, which ranked 486 of 2,777 California middle schools, also with a 4-star rating. And fun fact, in 2022, it was named the school to watch by the California Department of Education. And then there's Livermore High School, which has a 97% graduation rate. Now, one thing families really like about Springtown is how it mixes nature with things that modern families need for their everyday life. You've got parks and trails, which are great for early morning jogs or evening jogs or just a middle of the day family walk, all centrally located next to restaurants and modern amenities. And here's something really cool. Unlike more city feel neighborhoods, Springtown is super close to Brushy Peak Regional Preserve, which spans over 1,300 acres of hiking trails and natural beauty. So in Springtown, your weekends could be full of lots of outdoor adventure. Now let's talk about the houses in Springtown. There's lots of variety here, which helps different families at different stages. Original Springtown was built around a golf course, now closed, and has homes that range from 2 to 3 bedrooms and about 800 to 1,300 square feet. And this is perfect if you're just starting or want to grow your savings while your kids are still little, because the homes are smaller in this this area. Then there's Spring Valley, built in the mid-1980s. These houses are detached and range from 1,000 to 1,300 square feet and have good sized yards, which are perfect if you need a little more room for your family to grow. Then there are some newer homes that were built in 1990s by KB Homes, and these homes are much larger, up to 2,000 square feet, and offer modern amenities like updated kitchens, modern bathrooms, and bigger yards as well. But the best part is the average home price in Springtown is about $900,000, which makes it the most affordable neighborhood out of the 5 we are ranking today. And here's what's even more wild about Springtown. It has a 0% vacancy rate, meaning people who buy, move in, and stay there. Springtown definitely gives you more for your money, includes top-rated schools, and has a strong community vibe. It's definitely a smart choice for people who want what's best for their kids without having to spend too much money. Now, our last neighborhood is really cool for people who love a little bit of history, and that is Jensen Tract. Jensen Tract is where history and modern life come together, and what's really cool is every street name has a story behind it. This friendly neighborhood in East Livermore has about 2,000 homes and about 7,000 families living there. It's a kind of place where you can get to know your neighbors and still have your own space. All the homes were built between 1950 and 1965, making it the first big neighborhood to be built in Livermore. And that means a lot of charm and character you really can't find in newer Livermore neighborhoods. Families who live here usually care about history, a great neighborhood. You'll find parents telling their kids why they enjoy living on College Avenue or one of the university streets. It helps people feel like they really belong in a community with a strong sense of home. Pretty cool, right? So all the streets here are named after college universities, which gives the area a kind of fun academic vibe that kids really truly remember. And that naming style also tends to draw us close to the smart folks at the Lawrence Livermore Laboratory, and it's a pretty cool feel that you don't get in most other East Bay communities. One of the best things about Jensen Tract is how close it is to downtown. Fun fact, I used to live in Jensen, and we used to walk and ride our bikes to downtown all the time. What's great is that families can enjoy how close it is to downtown for restaurants, farmers market, shops, but they still get to go home to a street that's quiet and safe where their kids can play outside. And here's something else that families will love. You'll still get access to the top-rated Livermore schools that we've been talking about. That means top-rated elementary, middle school, and high school, all within an affordable neighborhood close to downtown. And here's something that not everyone knows until they move in. Those college-named streets aren't just for fun. They're part of the area's connection to science and learning, which runs deep here in Livermore, as Livermore is also home to the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory. Your kids will get to grow up in a place where education is a big part of the neighborhood's identity. The homes are a great fit for growing families too. Most homes in Jensen Tract range from about 900 to 1,600 square feet, and lots that range from about 5,000 to 8,000 square feet. So this is great for young couples just starting out, young families, empty nesters, or families who just want a little bit of space for their kids to play in the backyard and will utilize how close it is to walk or ride their bikes to downtown. And the average home price in Jensen is just about $1 million. And you'll get classic homes with big windows, good sized lots, all will be in a part of a community that really feels strong. Jensen Tract gives families something that's really special. It's full of history and charm, but also practical and affordable. Kids grow up in a neighborhood where every street tells a story, and parents can live in a neighborhood that's more affordable. And that is proof that you do not need to pay top dollar to live in a great neighborhood. So there you have it, 5 awesome neighborhoods in the East Bay where families do really well. You might go for South Livermore if you want a luxury feel, or maybe Sunset West if you want classic charm with Little League right around the corner. Sunset East is all about top-rated schools, and Springtown gives you more space and nature for your money. And of course, Jensen has that old school charm where kids love a story about history. But no matter which one you pick, you're getting a great place for your family to grow. So if you're ready to check out what neighborhood fits your family lifestyle best, reach out to hello@sellwithaeg. And don't forget to subscribe and follow for more videos on what makes Livermore so special. I'm Amanda Elhassan from the Amanda Elhassan Group. Thanks for watching.